Hi, this is the new Caribou, the Honorable Sir David, Emperor of Salt Lake City, Sultan of Utah, spiritual advisor to questioning Mormons, the Bard extraordinaire, Supreme Being, Alpha, and Omega. Now, I have some exciting news for you. You can look around back behind me there. You can see insulation. I'm trying to insulate myself against the Mormons. I need more, but it's helping. Now, someone said that I needed to remodel my studio. Screw you! I like it this way! Now it's more soundproof even than it was, okay? So now the baby can play her Wii out there, and I can just shut the door and record, and then I open the door to keep peeking on her about every 3 seconds with the baby. Oh, my Allison, I'm telling you. I told you many times, she's a career criminal. It's just that she has a very poor career. She always gets caught. Well, the other day, we sent the lunch money with her to school. And it was like $10 cash, American. So, 2 days later, the school hits me on the computer and goes, "Your kid's out of money. She can't eat." I said, "She doesn't need to eat." So, I went to the damn school and I said, "Hey, we gave you guys $10 a few days ago. How did she eat that much in 2 days?" Well, they looked it up. They only received $6. Somehow the girl made change, gave them 6, and kept 4. Oh my God, the criminal in action. So anyway, I don't think I told you the other day, I went in her room to vacuum and to pick up in there, and I see over in the corner a whole bunch of stuff on the carpet, and I go, "What the hell is that?" Because the carpet is fairly new. And I go over, and it's burn marks. The carpet was on fire. I'm going, holy shit. How did the carpet catch fire? Well, the career criminal went into my room, took the incense that I use for myself, took him in the room with 2 or 3 of her girlfriends, and they burned incense on the ground. Of course, you always put something under incense, but the criminal, she didn't know. She didn't know. So she was hanging out with one of the other girls, a little older girl, and we have a safe. You know I have a safe behind that picture up there, that degree. Well, the reason we have a damn safe is because of Allison. She steals everything. Mom's earrings, Mom's necklaces, gold. I mean, you know, the girl is Goldfinger, I'm telling you, incognito. Well, I'm going, well, I've done special ed before. I'm kind of old to be doing special ed these days. Hey, I can handle it. So I'm sitting in my chair one night, which I'm always sitting in my chair unless I'm sitting in this chair. My wife comes in and says, "Hey, did you spend $11 at the store this morning?" She always catches every cent that goes through the house. I go, "Hell, no. She, well, it's your credit card." Shit, it must have grown legs. I didn't use it. So my wife is, you know, bad-mouthing me, and I'm starting to think, Allison. So I bring the baby in the room. Now, sometimes, well, most of the time, she lies. So I said, "Allison, what the hell? Where's my credit card?" "I don't know." I said, "It was in my wallet." "It was? It's not now." I know that. "Where is it?" "Well, I took a few of my friends over to the supermarket, and we all had a little snack on your card." Oh, shit. So she stole the credit card, took her friends over there, and, you know, she's grounded till she's 43, but that's not doing any good. I can tell you that right now. Then the other day she came home, and she'd been over to the store with the neighbors, and she comes over and in the house, and I see this candy, and I said, "Well, you know, did Mike, the father over the other kids, did he buy you that candy?" He says, "No, Mike just takes it for free. I thought I should take it for free too. Jesus. Jeez. I don't care what the adults do, Allison. Don't steal candy from the store. So we had to take her over, and she's snibble bunnying. I can't stand to see her cry. I'll give her anything if I see one tear in her eye. Dad is a pushover on this girl. And so Mom took her over, and she wailed all the way over there, and then she finally apologized to the store manager for not putting her in prison. Well, life goes on. Life goes on. Now, let me tell you how smart this kid is. When she shorted the cafeteria at the school, she woke up 2 days later after we paid the money. She says, Dad, I want to take my lunch today. Honey, you got money at the cafeteria. Nah, I'm going to take it today. Oh, she takes her lunch. She takes her lunch. So she purposely stole the money, and then she's making her lunch so we won't know that the money is gone. So, you know, I've had her fingerprinted, and I had her mugshot taken because I know we're going to need it. I've implanted a GPS in her ear. Oh, my God, that kid, sometimes she does things that surprise you. And you know what? She really likes the boys. Always has. Ever since she was 3 or 4. She always plays with the boys rather than the girls. And I'm always having to go get her out of the boys' house. And I tell her, you're not to go in boys' houses. What good does it do to say anything? So, I want to tell you something else. I had my one granddaughter. About one. I've got like 40 of them, but I've only got 1 or 2 that I can see. Cheyenne came over for overnight with Allison, and she's a beautiful girl. Oh my gosh. And that's my son, Dan's oldest daughter. Oh gosh, she's a little beauty. I remember I taught her to swim. When she was tiny, she was a fish. She would jump in the pool as soon as she could crawl. Was never scared of water. And she swims like a fish. She's a beautiful little girl. So I was playing the bunny with her. The bunny in our house gets a lot of attention. I don't, but the bunny was getting attention. And I was holding the bunny, and the bunny could say yes, and the bunny could say no. And so then Cheyenne would ask the bunny questions. And it was kind of a fun game, and she was laughing, and I was tickling her, and we were having a good time. And then finally, she wanted the bunny, and so I was questioning the bunny now, and she had the bunny's head yes and no. And I said, well, is your grandpa handsome, good looking, buff, and funny as hell? And the bunny said, no, he's just kind of a creepy old guy. I go, damn that bunny. I threw that sucker out of the room. Cheyenne's running after the bunny. And then, of course, Allison comes down and sees the bunny flying. Now I've got 2 girls going crazy that the bunny is flying. And then I got to tell you, here on the office, I contracted Allison to be my coworker. I went and bought the insulation. And like a damn fool, I didn't know roofing insulation had no paper on it. And so I go, holy shit, as soon as I opened it up, there's no paper. So how do you nail it or staple it to the studs? Well, anyway, I tore it apart and insulation all over me, all over the office. And before I bought it, I said to Allison, I said, you want to have a contract? Yeah, I need money. I said, okay, $2. She said, what do I do? I say, well, $2. You're going to help me hang insulation. Hey, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. I've never done it before, Dad, but I think I could use the $2. Well, now, being an old Mormon, I know how to manipulate, lie, cheat, and steal from a small child. So I brought her in the office here, and I was tearing the insulation apart, and she said, Dad, this ceiling's over 12 feet high. I said, that's irrelevant. She said, well, I didn't know it was 12 feet high. I said, hey, you shouldn't have bid the job if you didn't look at it. So I knew I had a good deal. So she said, well, I need a human ladder. I look around the room and go, shit, I don't see anyone else. Get on my back. So I'm tearing the insulation in half, and she's standing on my back, and she's going up into the rafters here, and she's putting insulation in. Well, then she said, "Dad, I'm itching." I said, "Then just scratch." She said, "I think this stuff is itchy." Well, there's a rumor around that it used to be, but I thought the new one was not itchy. Lying my ass off to her. She says, "Dad, I didn't bid this for $2 for 12-foot ceilings." I go, "Hey, sometimes you make it in business, sometimes you bid bad. You bid bad." So I was standing, or she's standing on me. It wasn't high enough, so we had to go get a ladder. Now the 9-year-old is up on the top of the ladder, and I have this stapler. It's an office stapler. It's not a stapler that goes into the insulation. And I said, "Just hit that insulation with that stapler open, and it'll staple it to the walls." Well, she's up there and working, and she says, "Can I take a break?" Well, you know, I'm a nice guy. I let my workers take a break. 20 seconds. I should be in charge of immigration. So, she comes back, and I look at her. She went and got her swimming goggles on her face. I said, "Allison, what the hell is that?" She says, "Well, Dad, I think it was going to get in my eyes." I never saw an insulation man wearing goggles, but I did yesterday. So she figured that one out. So, you know, it's just life with Allison. I could do videos all day long with life with Allison. She's always getting into something, always do. Oh, and last night, damn, you know, I said, "Honey, you need to get in the shower for a long time and wash your hair 2 or 3 times after the insulation. It's hard to get out of your body." She says, "Well, Dad, can I go into your jacuzzi?" Now, Jesus doesn't go in my jacuzzi. And Allison, I cannot turn down. I go, "Yeah, you can go." So she goes and takes her shower. Then she puts her little bathing suit on to come into the jacuzzi, and I put a little soap in it so it would have some bubbles, and the pump was going, and it was bubbling nice and everything. And I said to her, "It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you say to her." I said to her, "Now, don't turn the knobs. I like the jets the way they are. Don't turn the air on or off. Don't turn the jets off. Don't touch anything. Just sit there and enjoy the jacuzzi." "Okay." And it doesn't matter. She says, "Okay." I've lived with the girl. So I'm sitting in my chair, and pretty soon my wife comes back in the back part of the house, and he goes, "David, have you seen the jacuzzi?" And "Hey, there's nothing wrong with the jacuzzi. Come here." Okay, so I go in. Allison had dumped a whole bottle of bubbles. Soap. You know, the jacuzzi was halfway up the wall. And Allison, she had her goggles on, and she was deep sea diving, and she says, "Dad, I can see under the bubbles." And I said, "Jesus, no one can see under those bubbles." So I'm getting in trouble. I'm getting a tongue lashing from Mom. Mom's yelling at the baby. I'm trying to drain the damn jacuzzi. The baby's got so much soap on her. I try to get her out. She slips out of my arms like a greased pig. Allison, it just goes on and on. But you know, I'm coming up here on 65 years old in February. I don't know what I would have done without these 2 kids in my life. I probably would have committed suicide. They give me a purpose. They make life fun. They make me laugh. Now, when I was a young father, I remember, God, I think it might have been Amy. Her mom and I slept in on Thanksgiving morning. We could hear Amy outside there in the hall, but we didn't get up to supervise her. Well, 2 hours later we got up, and Amy had gotten into the paint. We were painting the house, and she was only like 2 feet high, and she had painted down the hall, into the kitchen, into the bathroom. I had to have the whole upstairs painted again. Now, when you're 27 or 34 years old, that ain't funny. When you're 65, it's hilarious. So I've learned that to appreciate children, you pretty much have to be older. And you've got to have enough money to fix the shit they get into and the shit that they break. You know, Mr. Nobody lives in our house. Abigail loves Mr. Nobody. When I, you know, go and find the vacuum cleaner in 72 pieces. Who took the vacuum apart? And the girls go, Mr. Nobody. We don't know, and we didn't see him. Jesus. When I was younger, I used to buy Kirby vacuums. Now, I don't know if any of you ever know. A Kirby is like a freight train for a vacuum. They last 20, 25 years. Well, they lasted about 2 years in our house. And I came out one day, and here's my wife. She wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, Jeannie. She had 2 kids riding on the Kirby while she's vacuuming, and the bar is frozen. It's not even, the beater bar's not even hitting the carpet, and there's black smoke coming out of the back. The belt was burning like that. So, you know, I don't know if it was the kids and the messes they made. And a Kirby will pick up a banana peel, by the way, and a core of an apple. So it's life, and it gets better as you get older. And you look back on these things, and now they're funny. Damn. When you're working 2 jobs and you can't make the bills, and you know, your kids break their front teeth off and the orthodontist wants $3,000, that's not funny. There's nothing funny about that. Well, you get to be 50 or 60, you look back on it, and you can slap the kid a couple of times. So anyway, if any of you see my Allison and she needs bail money, please help the child out. She's not going to be a good criminal. She always gets caught. I told you when I went down the hall, my bedroom door was shut. And usually it's not shut. And I go in, and I smell incense. And I said, Allison, she was in the bedroom. I said, have you been burning incense? And she goes, no, it was Mr. Nobody. That son of a bitch. I'm going to find him. And after I get him, Allison, I'm going to get you, because I smell incense in here. And the damn kid, when I knocked on the door to come in the room, she pulls the incense out of the holder and throws it in the trash can on fire. So I'm sitting there going, Allison, don't do that, don't. You know, the same old, I should get a tape recorder. Suddenly I look over. I see smoke. I see the beginning of flames in my trash can, and it's a wicker trash can, so it will burn. I go, damn! I go running out of the room with this burning trash can, throw it in the sink, put the water on the trash can. I said, and you weren't burning incense? She goes, no, I wouldn't do that. I said, what about your carpet in your room? Well, I did a little bit of that, but the rest of it I didn't do. If you see the girl, give her bail money. If you see me, just give me money so I can pay for the damage that girl does in the house. Thanks.